Hello, loves. Fingers crossed, we've got the new cable sorted. So fingers crossed we're all right. Good evening and welcome to another mukbang with me, Paul.
And me, Jason.
Collectively,
Those vegan guys.
And if by any chance you watched our Asda and Sainsbury's Summer Bits edition vlog this afternoon, you will know that we're having One Planet Pizza tonight. So the lovely guys at One Planet Pizza sent us this board that the pizza's on, and a pizza cutter, and a couple of key rings, and a couple of pins, and a £20 voucher for Asda.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys. That's so lovely.
Mike and Joe and team, father and son team, thank you so much. Awesome. We get to stuff our faces. We get to sing the praises of One Planet Pizza.
Is Mike the son?
Mike is the father.
All right. There they are, the guys. He's fit. There you go.
So welcome one and all.
Oh, £4, by the way, in the Asda. Sourdough pizza, vegan cheese, beautiful tomato sauce, and vegan pepperoni. I think we've had them before, but it's been a while because, as you know, we don't do the Asda that often.
It's been a good while. And also, we should point out, One Planet Pizza have got quite a few different pizzas in the range.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, our Asda only had this one available. So that's what we're stuffing our faces with this evening.
Yeah. So I was looking, as you saw on the vlog, for potato salad and coleslaw. By the time I saw coleslaw in Sainsbury's, I'd already set my mind that I was going to make some. So I made a potato salad with Anya potatoes. Cooked them up in the microwave for 5 minutes, cut them up into pieces, put a bit of water in the bowl, nuked them for 5 minutes. They were perfect. Took them out, waited for them to cool, added some mayo, a little bit of white rice vinegar, and some chives. And the coleslaw is julienned carrot, shredded cabbage, and shredded white onion, with, again, a little bit of white rice vinegar, some Hellman's vegan mayo, and some English mustard. So I'm going to have some slaw.
Pixie Dust is asking, do you know if they sell them at Morrison's? I'm pretty sure they don't sell them at Morrison's.
I think it's just Asda for now, but they should be all over.
If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this, but I think 2022, One Planet Pizza launched into 60 Asdas in the UK, as far as I'm aware, from having a quick look at the website. So yeah, it's Asda. There are a couple of other places you can get them, and I think you can order online and get them delivered as well.
You can order online.
And yes, all of the packaging is recyclable as well, which is another wonderful little
going to try my potato salad now. It's had a good chance to cool.
Aspect. Yes. I'm going to load myself up in a minute, grab some pizza. But as I often do,
God, that's good.
I'm just going to give everyone a quick shout out.
That's way better than bought.
And hope that you are all having an excellent day. Here in the UK, it's been the hottest day of the year so far. It's touched 30.
Oh my God, it was warm.
Oh, it's been warm.
Oh, it was warm.
Shout out to Gillian Flanny, our lovely mod. Ashley is here. Hope you've got a beer. Diane, Anchorad's Life, of course, us three vegans. Sasha enjoying a beer in the garden. Excellent. Adam, so mindful. First time catching a live stream. Welcome.
And Manga Bros straight after. Hello, everyone. First time doing live. Big fan. Big fan. Oh, thanks. I thought you were saying big fan, which is also true.
Or also, we've just been talking about how hot it is. A big fan would be quite nice, but probably quite noisy as well.
Angel Cooper, Essence of the Celts. Rowena
80, yes. Barbara, Jacqueline.
No, it's Rowan.
Rowan 80.
Rowan. Barbara.
Jacqueline, Chozza.
Adam. You said Adam already.
Yeah, I said Adam. And I think that's everyone. Tom Hemmings is in the house.
Jeanette.
Tracy. I think we've got everyone. Yes. Welcome one and all. Welcome. And now I'm going to load my plate up.
I don't blame you.
And I'm going to pour us some wine as well.
So I've got pre-put on here with some of those beautiful tinned Gordina olives that we were bought and now we've started buying because they're just amazing. Rocket, baby plum tomatoes, homemade coleslaw, homemade tater salad. And I'm going to go for a pre-cut slice of ye old pizza.
This is all delightful. Delightful. Oh, yeah.
I'm actually glad I didn't cook those potatoes anymore. They're ever so slightly al dente, and I really like that in potato salad.
Nice bit of bite.
They're still cooked, but there's a, you know, there's a bite to them, honey.
Mm-hmm.
If you've never tried the Anya potatoes, by the way, from Sainsbury's, I'm afraid I've ripped the packet terribly, but they taste the difference. Anya potatoes, they look like this. They're all kind of long and knobbly. They're beautiful. $1.55 for 750 grams.
Pretty decent, aren't they? Do you want to pour you?
Darling.
So this evening we are starting off, finishing off, should I say, a Shiraz House Red from Sainsbury's. I think they're about $4.50, aren't they? Give or take. Give or take.
Thanks.
Would you mind? Lovely, thank you.
Oh, so mindful. I'm so glad that mind trick works for you. It still works for me too. So mindful just says Paul's video talking about wallowing, wanting and willing has really made a good impact on me. Anytime I start to feel the wallow creep up, I squash it with want and willing. Thank you.
Yes. Right.
And that means that you're a very clever person with a very strong mind. I'm a clever person with a very strong mind, and I have these moments sometimes where I thought about walking out of the job the other day, and that's just because I had one of those days where I had some really extreme stuff with the people I work with, but a chain of it, and I was like, "Shit, I can't handle this." I were all right.
Yes.
I was like, "No, come on. If you're struggling, imagine how much someone with learning difficulties is struggling with this."
Yeah.
Or autism, or some other severe mental health issue, or you know, like.
Sourdough.
Oh, I remember now. They're actually gorgeous, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because they sent us money to buy them. They are gorgeous.
No, because you know us, we'll be honest.
The base is actually, it's a pizza base with hints of pita. Do you know what I mean by that?
I kind of know.
Not in a bad way.
Mm-hmm. The other great thing is, sometimes with frozen pizzas, number one, they can cheap out a bit on the pizza base, and it can just be a hard, cardboardy, foul one. And sometimes the pizza bases are just too thick. This is perfect. Absolutely spot on. Yeah, love it. Good question, Manga Bros. Is it as nice as ActorReactor? That's a fair question.
Oh, I'm glad it's Sarah there. Sarah! Hello, baby granddaughter. I hope you're okay.
Hi, Sarah.
Mummy Angarad, will you give her a treat from me, please, darling? Thank you. As you probably know, we had the absolute honour of meeting Sarah in Wales. And she's just as adorable as Angarad.
Yes.
Really?
Absolutely.
Oh, she were a bonny lass.
Nix says, evening, guys. I also just finished eating the same pizza. It was delicious. Have a good weekend.
And to you, good sir.
Yes. And Darius has... Darius says, evening, guys. Those pizzas look great. I've just watched your shopping vlog where you bought it all. Nice. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Lovely, lovely.
Right.
Yes, going back to Manga Bros.
Gonna try a bit of this.
Yeah.
OMV pesto style dressing, £1.15, I believe. Got it today in Asda. It's in the fruit and veg section. And I just thought, I wonder if that'd be nice on the salad, because you know.
My humble opinion, just so Manga Bros doesn't think that I'm sidestepping your question.
Oh,
I would say as good as ActorReactor. I would say on a par.
well, it's a completely different pizza though.
It is quite different.
The ActorReactor Pomodori is still and will always be my favourite pizza until something else comes along, for the sheer simplicity of it. That's why I love it so much. Crispy base, beautiful tomato sauce, gorgeous vegan cheese, cherry tomatoes, pesto. It's just perfect.
Yeah.
Is this one of the best vegan pepperoni pizzas out there? It's probably the best, to be honest with you. Because the pepperoni is gorgeous.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Right, so I've tried this dressing.
Hey, not gonna lie, I was right hungry. Right hungry.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Dressing good?
Perfect with a salad. It'd be good drizzled on a pizza, actually.
Yeah. Quite versatile then. Yeah.
Perfectly. I just thought I'd try some bite pizza.
Oh, and Dorcas is in the house.
Oh,
Dorcas, thank you for being here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. To see familiar folk in the chat and also to see some new people in the chat who are joining us for the first time on a live. Our last live mukbang was a disaster. A disaster. I won't talk about it anymore though. Don't want to jinx things. But yeah, much better this time. Oh, Kate says, good evening, Jason and Paul. Finally managed to get to a Saturday live. I've still got the video you made for me on the bus, Paul. It makes me smile every time I watch it. The food looks amazing. Nice one, Kate.
Remember, Kate's husband's a bus driver.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Excellent. Imran is in the house. Thank you for being here, good sir, and I hope all is well in your world. Oh, and I'm just checking. Let me scroll back up.
You are very camp sometimes, Adam. See, it's very different in straight blokes, though. I'm camp when I'm like, oh, what's you like? Do you know what I mean? That's camp, but that's gay camp. You're just, I can't even describe straight camp. It's the way you say things sometimes and the way you laugh afterwards, and you're very blasé about stuff.
You know what I tend to find? I tend to find that with people like that, thankfully, and there's plenty of people like this in the world, yourself included, Adam, it's people who are very secure in their own sexuality. They don't feel threatened. Yes. They don't feel insecure. They're happy to be themselves in good company with good friends. All praise that, and all praise to you for that. Right. We got 110 in the house. We're less than 15 minutes in. If you're enjoying it,
we'd love that.
We'd love.
If you give us a thumbs up,
we'd love it.
And if you're on telly, and we don't know how to do it, if you press the middle button, the one that you choose to watch, you know, press the middle button, the thing will come up at the bottom. Go up and then across to the thumb, and then click the middle button again, the OK button. and that'll like the video for us.
Oh, thank you to those that are thumbs up. And the reason we ask, sometimes people need a little bit of a reminder, and they get a reminder like, oh yeah, I've not liked the video yet, nice one. But also, as many of you will know, we ask to try and get the YouTube robots to notice us and pay attention to what's going on with the down-to-earth vegan message, so we can get it out there to more people. And that's it. That's all it is. YouTube algorithms.
Oh, Chelsea, you'd be surprised. Asda spends a lot of time outside in this weather. However, she's very clever. When she gets hot, she finds a bit of shade, lies down, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
She does this a lot. She's very, we don't have to regulate for her really.
She's pretty good with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I think she's upstairs at the moment having a chill. But I have got the curtain here, just in case, because she may come down and want to pop out for a bit.
She probably will. Oh, yeah.
I got 2 pieces before. Yeah. Oh, thanks everyone. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Cheers, Barbara. Oh. Angel, really wanting to dig into that bowl of coleslaw. It's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. It's dead simple. It's so simple. I buy it and I always enjoy it when we have a tub of coleslaw that I bought, but whenever I make my own, I'm like, why do you buy it, Burgess?
But sometimes
I do berate myself sometimes. No, but I should make it.
Well, yeah, but it's just speed and convenience sometimes, isn't it? Of an evening, you know. And then sometimes you might have the time to make it, but we haven't necessarily got the time for it to go in the fridge and cool down for a bit. So there's that as well, isn't there? Oh, I just missed something then. I'm going to scroll back up a little bit. So, as is always the case with a mukbang on a Saturday night here, we'll stuff our faces. We're catching up with you all. We'll answer some questions and segue into a more chilled affair once all this has been demolished, and spend a bit more time with you as well. Just, you know, having a chat, having a catch up, answering a few questions. Oh, so I hope
My OCD kicked in, and I was like, straighten them up, do something with them.
Fix it.
Much better now.
How would you pronounce that? Jahl space O. Jallo. Jallo says, it's also my first time here today. I quite need it today. Have not been doing so good today. Thanks for keeping me company, everyone.
I'm sorry you're not doing so good, love. Remember, this too shall pass.
Yeah.
These days come. We don't know where they come from. Somebody's negative energy jumps into us and we harbour it for a while, or just the pressure of the world gets so much it pushes everything inward. They happen to us all. Just don't forget to remember the good stuff. The people in your life who love you, the beautiful weather, the smallest things. The fact that I'm in my scrags. I love that. This is what I do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I'm sat with my lovely husband, eating a delicious meal. How lucky am I? The fact that I did all my laundry today. Yeah, but all of it though. It was so nice today. It was like, and yesterday.
Yeah.
But I finished it today.
We had a really productive day yesterday. We've had a really productive day today. And you know what? You know why that is, to a certain extent? Because we actually planned our weekend a little bit better, didn't we? Do you know what I mean? You said,
yes.
You said on, was it Thursday night?
I was like, this is what
Let's
we're going to
plan
do.
our weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, a bit of planning, a bit of prep always helps, doesn't it?
I'm very excited to tell you. You know the new Kylie Minogue song, Padam? If you don't, you must look it up.
It's very good.
It's now in the Vegan Queen's set list.
Oh yeah, it's a banger, as I often say, as I sometimes describe songs. It's a banger, most definitely. Excuse me. Sarah is giving you a paw up instead of a thumbs up. How nice. Fabulous. Mango Bros says, have you tried the M&S wood-fired pepperoni?
I think we have.
I think we have, yeah. We don't get stuff from M&S that often, but when we do, we're always pretty happy. I think that's fair to say. We're generally pretty happy with the M&S stuff. And Angel says, I followed your homemade coleslaw video and always use that recipe now.
Oh, nice one.
Oh, Chatty Cathy, 1674. Hello's making me hungry, lol. First live for me too.
Adam, yeah, we'll have this now over the next few days. After tonight, it'll go in a glass Tupperware in the fridge, and it'll get incorporated into meals until it's gone. Waste not, want not, Barbara.
To be fair, in one of those glass Tupperware things in the fridge, this would last a week, wouldn't it? There we go. 5 days.
I'm a bit weirded out, Jay.
Why?
There are 43 people watching this video who don't like it. Why would they be watching it, Jay?
I don't know. I wish I knew. If you don't like it, if you don't like us, give us a like for this olive, because this olive is incredible.
Gardino olives.
So good. Oh, that's just reminded me.
What?
I must take a bottle up to our barber's to get some olive oil.
Oh, why is he still?
The
off still on the table.
Yeah. Last time I got a haircut, I checked. So our barber, cut a long story short, this may not be that interesting to some of you, but I thought it was wonderful. He's recently come into some olive oil, and cut a long story short, it's through a relationship, family connection.
Crete girlfriend.
That's the one.
Well, she's from Crete, but she lives in England.
Yeah. So his girlfriend's dad, I think, has got olive trees, and some of them that have produced this olive oil are over 2,000 years old, apparently. So it's extra special.
Is there a need for that?
So we've got to take a bottle up to our barber's, and he's going to decanter. Oh, I got to use the word decanter. He's going to decanter us some olive oil, some very special olive oil. So yeah,
nice is that? That'd be beautiful.
Got to remember next week. I've got to remember to take a bottle up to him.
These are the beautiful little things that make life worth living. Do you know what I mean? Though little bits like that, I love that.
Yeah. Sausage for a lemon, as we sometimes say. Oh, the chat is thick and fast this evening, as always. We're almost at 100. We've got 9 people that we need to give us a thumbs up to hit 100, which is always our benchmark. We always aim for 100, and anything over that is a bonus. Bobby, thank you for being here, as always. Bobby Dazzler. You guys are the only people I know who like coleslaw more than me. I love it on toast with garlic salt. Oh my god. Hey, wait, good catch.
Oh.
Good catch.
I'm sorry. I'm a baby. I'm sorry.
Oh, Dorcas. Dorcas says, I must admit I've been a bit up and down this last couple of weeks. Made the decision to retire as finally old enough. Of course, now wobbling about the decision, lol. Totally get that.
Hey, Dorcas, here's the thing about making important decisions like that in life. If you get really crap bored and you're like, no, I need to do something, you can.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like just because you've chosen to retire, you've closed the door. Don't forget that. There are so many retired people who retire, enjoy a few months, and then get a part-time job doing something they used to do or similar to what they used to do, or or some volunteer, or because there's so many needy people out there, so many groups that need volunteers. So don't worry about it. Go with it. Try and enjoy it, sweetheart. I hope you don't mind me calling you sweetheart. It's an absolute friendship term of endearment. And I don't mean it condescendingly as a man. Man, have you heard me? As if. So I hope you don't wobble too much. I hope you really enjoy it. And then if you don't enjoy it, change it.
Adam says Vegan Queen should do This Is Me, Greatest Showman. Great song. It is, but it's also a big song.
It's huge.
But yeah, that'd be a good one in the set list.
We've got the backing track for it.
Mm-hmm. David, this just made me chuckle a little bit. David says, I gave a like for the olive. I was on the fence, but the olive tipped it. Nice one, David.
Oh, 100.
Yay, 110.
For half an hour. Thank you. I don't know why. It's just a thing of ours. We like to get to 100 likes if it's all possible within the first 30 minutes because we've got it in our head so that YouTube pays a bit more attention. Like the robots are like, oh, look over there. They're only 30 minutes in. They've had 100 likes. Is it good? And they might recommend our channel a bit more to folk.
Oh, cheers, Imran. I did wonder. I never missed it earlier in the chat. I do apologise, mate. I really do. Imran says, hi, guys. Just to advise again, Leanne is at the vet's with a poorly hedgehog and apologises for not being able to moderate.
Bless her cotton socks.
No worries
The
at all.
poorly hedgehog is far more important.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Speaking of hedgehogs, we had a hedgehog visitor at the allotment a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? That's the first hedgehog we've seen since we've been there.
Yeah.
Just chilled out on our allotment plot, having a little kip, little sleepy.
Near the bin.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got to say, I love these pizza bases.
They're beautiful. They really are beautiful. And let's not forget, this is a 100% vegan company, a small family-run company that have gone through all this to make a product that's clearly, this is vegan. We only do vegan. Nothing we do isn't vegan. So do support them because they're the people we should be supporting. You know.
Yeah. As much as possible. I would agree. Kate says, love your insights into mental health. They really help. Thank you, Kate. I think it's fair to say, just very, very quickly, because I want to carry on stuffing my face with pizza. We both spent a lot of time working in the NHS. Paul works in support, in a supportive role. I work for a mental health charity. We're not, I wouldn't necessarily describe us as experts, but we know a lot and we've worked with a lot of people over the years and supported and helped a lot of people over the years. So just this full disclaimer, neither of us are qualified counsellors. We're not qualified psychologists, but we do try our best.
Everyone's a counsellor.
Well.
To themselves, if nobody else.
Yeah, yeah.
I share my inner counselling. And for some people, that works.
Yeah. And Adam says, if you don't drop food down yourself, have you really enjoyed your food?
As both our mothers will attest. Because they both do it all.
So true. So true. I had a chat with Mum and Dad Brom today. Nice to have a little catch up with them. They're doing great. And just because we've mentioned mums and spillages. And Dorcas says, I would never consider you condescending, Paul. You are my drag sister.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Wonderful.
I kind of knew that, but, you know, just, you know what? Folk alike, we were over on that title saying, oh, you were right misogynistic.
Oh.
We a woman.
Oh, we were awful.
You were horrible. We were a right pig.
Yeah. Oh, Joseph says, life choices can be hard. I recently rejected an early leave option from work. Hopefully I will not regret it. Hope so, Joseph. Hope so. One of the things that I'm incredibly grateful for, don't get me wrong, I wish that we could do YouTube full time. That would be awesome because there's so much stuff in our heads that we would love to do and we simply don't have the time to do it.
It's like
days
of planning, filming, editing, production, you know.
There's loads more we would do.
Yeah.
But I am incredibly grateful that YouTube and some smarts on our part have given me the opportunity to reduce a couple of years back from working full-time 5 days a week to reduce to working 4 days. That is an amazing thing, and it's something I will always be grateful for and chuffed about because it gives us that extra time, doesn't it?
And when I got a job working the exact same days as him,
Mm-hmm.
doing something I do love. It stresses me out sometimes, but I do love it.
Mm-hmm.
Been back there a year on Tuesday, just gone.
Wow. I didn't realise.
June 6th, I started last year.
I honestly didn't realise it had been that long.
Yep.
That year's flown, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You noticed how I've completely and utterly smashed my olives?
Yeah.
They're so good.
I've saved one. Jacqueline, my mum's doing great. Thank you, sweetheart. She had her second radiotherapy treatment yesterday. She's a trooper, how was John? She was a bit embarrassed though, because she had to get her tits out with 2 young guys in the room. And I was like, Mum, you probably give them a cheap thrill. Don't worry about it.
She's got a wicked sense of humour, though, and she always has. She always has. Okay, I think we're all caught up. I think we're all caught up on the chat pretty much. Oh, she was out the whole time.
Oh,
Hello.
hello, sweetheart.
Hello, Tiny.
How are you?
Oh,
How are you, baby? Hello. Hi. Let me touch your pretty head. Hello. Hello, baby.
oh.
Hello. How are you doing?
Barbara, I hear you. I hear you. I wish I could work.
I'm not going to pick her up because
No,
it just stresses her out a bit, and it's like, but she's there.
She's come in, she's had a wander around the table, she's sniffed at her food bowl, and now she's debating whether to go back outside again.
But she's ISIS.
Yes, Barbara says, wish I could work 4 days a week. I usually work 50 hours a week and I'm always so tired.
Oh, Barbara, sweetheart.
That's a lot, Barbara. That is. It really is. I think work-life balance is one of the hardest things to manage, but one of the most important things to prioritize and manage. I used to be.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm so sorry for ignoring you. You can absolutely go back out again, child.
Bye, love.
You didn't have to be quite so dramatic.
We have a very, very dramatic daughter. You don't know the half of it.
If I remember at some point, I'll tell you about the shenanigans we had with her yesterday out there in the glorious weather. But yeah, back to Barbara's point. I used to be terrible with work-life balance. I used to have my work's mobile phone on all the time, even at weekends and evenings, and it'd just be on the side pinging all the time. I'd be checking my emails. And now I've got really good. That was step one, was just switching the mobile phone off, putting my work bag in the cupboard under the stairs and forgetting about it. So when I'm at work, they'll get 100% from me. But as soon as I leave work, they get 0% from me.
And that's exactly how it should be.
Yes. This is mine here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah, I was thinking of saving that for supper.
Okay.
You don't have to, I mean, but I'm having the bit with the most pepperoni on it. 3 bits of pepperoni, and I'm saving that slice there for my supper.
I'm probably going to smash this. I'll have a slice of toast or something later, because this is, it's too good.
You'll want half of that there. And I'll cave.
Lovely. Come on, just have
Well, let's go down a bit, babes.
a tiny bit more of this as well.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. More like a liquid to me.
Oh, David has an interesting question. Has anyone ever made a big move around the country? I'm moving from the south to Lincolnshire, and I'm excited but also crapping myself. I can understand that. I bet it'd be fabulous.
It's like a whole new fresh start, isn't it? In terms of your networks, your social circle, everything. We were saying when we visited FARS, Farm Animal Rescue Sanctuary, we were like, there was part of us that were like, I wish we lived down that neck of the woods, because we would be there regularly, just kind of helping out and chipping in when we were able to. But yeah, it's a scary one, and exactly as you said, but also really exciting. I think you've just got to kind of, if you're open to it within your new community, you've got to kind of just open yourself up a little bit, haven't you? And do a bit of research and see what's going on in the area.
There, we're at the bottom now.
Excellent. Tracy, that's ridiculous. When Leroy was at his peak working power station scaffolding, he would work 84 hours a week. Of course, all those years of physical labour has forced him to retire early. 84-hour weeks. I mean, that's just
crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. Ashley, work-life balance. I mean, at least we work together, because if we both did separate routes, we'd never see each other. Lol. Fair point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair point. Would you like a spot more wine, mister? Are you okay?
Barbara, they're called community gardens in America. Same thing though. So we've been told by lots of Americans. There's a,
Delightful. Absolutely delightful.
Oh, United by United. That sounds beautiful. Sat sitting in Spain with some wine and some olives. Beautiful.
Yeah. This has made me very happy this evening. Very happy. And I'd say that potato salad.
Imran, I'm so upset that you and Leanne sort of live so near to the Queen Inn. Not for you, for me, that I can't come with you. So there you go.
Yeah. No, it is cool. It is cool that you're close by to it. Well, reasonably close, in terms of it's a drive, but it's a drive that you'd be willing to do because the place is so awesome. Absolutely. Yeah, I was going to say the potato salad is decadent.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It's really, really nice. Yeah, I love it with those potatoes. Proper nice.
Barely touched me wine.
I was just asking if you wanted a top up. I've necked mine. Oh, Kate. Kate says, I retired 18 months ago and hubby's still working. It takes some getting used to, but YouTube helps, lol. I bet it does. I bet it does, Kate. Cool. Excellent. Imran could not agree with you more. The food, the company, it was all fabulous.
It was a great, great night.
Yeah.
Great.
I wondered how long it would take you, Adam, to mention it. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Adam says, not to make anyone jealous, but I'm off to the barn tomorrow. Not exactly carvery weather, but I will stuff my face nevertheless.
Limby says, just wondered how long you've been friends with Stuart. Funnily enough, 14 years this year. The same amount of time as we've been married. 14 years this month. Yeah, this month. So next Saturday's my birthday, 54. And next Monday is our 14th wedding anniversary, but our 26th couple anniversary. The 19th of June. 17th my birthday, 19th our anniversary.
Yeah. It's going to be lovely, isn't it? We always acknowledge it. Sometimes we don't kind of go out of our way and do anything mega special, but we always acknowledge it, don't we? It's important. But also at the same time, it was a bit daft of us to have our wedding so close to your birthday, because sometimes I feel like it overshadows your birthday a little bit, our anniversary, because they're so close to each other.
Yeah. Oh, David, we would love to do more travel vlogs. If life was perfect, we would have a little camper van and we would be traveling around the country with Isis, like 4 days a week or something, trying vegan venues and, you know, meeting vegan people and doing vegan interviews, and
which is kind of what we're doing a little bit on a very small scale with the Grub Club thing, isn't it? Is we're doing it the best we can, what's feasible within our world and our lives at the moment, financially, time-wise. But like Paul said, we'd do a lot more if we could, without a doubt. Absolutely. Tom says, guys, is the pizza board as huge as it looks, or is it just because it's close to the camera?
No, it's pretty big. It's
pretty big, yeah. It's pretty big. Pretty decent size, definitely. Yeah. Manga Bros says, first thing I did when I retired was to record 2 new albums. Well, that's a fantastic use of time. Manga Bros, absolutely brilliant.
14 years is just the married bit, Limby. 26 years, same day, exactly the same day. We got married on our anniversary of becoming a couple.
Yes.
Our 12th anniversary of being a couple. So yeah, 26 years is any need.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to have a tiny bit more wine just to finish off these last little bits that I've got. She's back. She's back.
Well, I'm going to do it.
Yeah?
Yeah. That way I get it.
Yeah, rather than me
hello
squawking, saying, can I have half your pizza for my supper as well? Oh, I'll just pop you here. Just pop you here for a second. No? Okay. There you go. You had your option. You had your chance. Sometimes, rarely, sometimes she quite likes being on a live stream, particularly when we're sat in the living room. Fridays chilling in the lounge. Now and again, she will make an appearance and just settle and chill. Usually on your knee.
It's because we're in situ.
Yeah. Hi. Hi. Little scratch.
We are where she would normally be anyway, you know.
Yeah, very true. Adam, oh, that's nice of you, mate. Adam says, I love the bloody Grub Clubs. Recommend them to everyone. Travel if you can. I promise you won't regret it.
Just go up a little bit. Cheers, Adamski.
Bit more.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Evan. And so's Isis. That was a kind of sympathetic meow. She's gone out again.
Playing games, she is. Playing silly games. Silly games. Oh, Ashley, that'd be amazing. Ashley says, wouldn't it be awesome if we could all afford a week away together, like a vegan retreat or something? That'd be amazing. That'd be proper awesome. Yeah. I mean, we've got vegan camp out coming up, which is kind of a vegan retreat. I know not everyone's going to be there, unfortunately. You know, if we could have all 135 of yous there, that would be great. Well, maybe not all 135. There might be 1 or 2 of you that are watching that you're watching and we don't even know why you're watching, but you're watching anyway. There's no thumbs up. But aside from that, you know, that's, I suppose, the nearest we're going to get in the short term is, you know, being in a field with a bunch of awesome vegans and having a right good time for a few days, which, you know, that'll be lovely. That will be lovely. Right. Oh, so nice. So nice.
Oh, Ruth, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm glad that we give you a little joy.
Yes.
Very much so.
Definitely, Ruth. And thank you for being here. And thank you for just, you know, tuning in. And like Paul says, it's nice that you get something back and that it helps, you know, which is great, you know. Because I think, to be honest with you, Leanne's here. Thanks all, fingers crossed. Nice one, Leanne. And bless you. You awesome soul, you awesome human. Yeah, I was going to say, when we originally kind of set out to do this whole YouTube thing and do those vegan guys, obviously the main thing was getting the down-to-earth vegan message out there, supporting other people onto the vegan journey. But actually, as it turns out, there's a heck of a lot of yous that benefit in other ways, not just the vegan support and the shopping vlogs and the recipes and that kind of stuff, but actually like Paul's kitchen vlogs and things like that, when we talk about equality, LGBTQIA, mental health, you know, and it is a lifestyle channel. So there's always going to be that on the channel. It's not an exclusively vegan channel, and it never will be, will it?
It's a Paul and Jason channel.
It's a Paul and Jason channel, yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Nearly there now.
Hello, Michelle. Thank you so much for the super chat, my love. The super sticker.
Oh, Michelle, thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Delightful. Delightful. Oh. Bless. Well, Ashley was talking about a retreat before and how awesome it would be, which I agree, by the way. And Dorcas says, I thought a retreat was supposed to be a time of calm, peace and contemplation. There might be a little bit of that. Do you know what I mean? Calm and contemplation is optional at Vegan Camp Out. If it's anything like it was when we went in 2019, was it? Vegan Camp Out?
Yes.
There's optional things that you can dip in and out of. So like, you know, there's like yoga sessions and meditation and lots of different workshops and things going on as well. So yeah, you can do anything you want within reason. Fabulous time. It's going to be here before we know it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is cool.
Well, nice little board. Lovely, sturdy, solid wood one as well. Very nice.
Yeah. Cracking. Oh, Rowan, no worries. Thank you for being here.
Take care, my darling.
So Mindful says that's one heck of a paddle. Certainly is. It certainly is. Yeah. So tomorrow is Sunday. Whatever happens, unless it's absolutely atrocious, because it is threatening thunderstorms and heavy rain. But if all goes according to plan, we are going to be spending a little bit of time down at the allotment tomorrow. So what are you doing tomorrow? What have you got planned for tomorrow? Anything interesting at all that you would like to share in the chat? I'm always curious to find out what you are doing as well. But that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. Hopefully, a bit of time at the allotment and then editing allotment vlog 100 and uploading it ready for Monday.
Yeah, catching the sun too much, easily done in this weather.
Yeah.
Easily done.
As we found out last weekend, was it? Or the weekend before? Weekend before.
I think so.
Down at the allotment. You'd think we'd know, but we were caught off guard. It was an excessively sunny and warm day. We both got a little bit burnt, slightly. I do apologise. Well, that was absolutely gorgeous. So Ashley says, her and Tom are off Sunday, Monday, but no plans. Make some plans, even if they're just little ones. It's one thing that we've done for this weekend, and it really helped. Think of something to do, go and do it, and enjoy it. That's what I say. Dorcas has been making a lot of baba ganoush this week with aubergines on offer, so probably finding another way to use it up. Nice, Dorcas. Very nice. Barbara is working as usual. Supposed to rain and be chilly, so no pool for me. Fair enough, Barbara. Jacqueline is going to Hobbycraft to get a stick, heart, and stenciling for my chest of drawers. Nice. Bit of DIY and artistry at the same time. And So Mindful, planting lots of kale and Swiss chard tomorrow. It's amazing how expensive it is in the stores. Really, really good point. So Mindful. Who was it we were watching the other day? And they were saying about growing the stuff that's really expensive to buy. Oh, it was Tyler and Todd.
Yes.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tyler and Todd that we watch on YouTube. They're growing stuff that is like really expensive to buy local to them. And that's a smart thing to do, I suppose. You know, if you're going to go to the supermarket and spend a fortune on something and you can grow it, why not grow it? Mm-hmm. You know, especially the speciality fruit and veg that is naturally just more expensive. Like, for example, last year we had the purple carrots that we were growing. Like, you can't even get them in the standard supermarkets, can you? So it's worth growing them if you can.
Ah, perfection.
Yeah.
Right.
I shall carry on reading and catching up on what people are up to whilst you're doing that, Paul, if that's all right. I'll pass you anything you need.
Absolutely fine.
Jane says, I'm a dog walker and I'll be walking 6 dogs early before it gets too hot. Nice one, Jane. I should imagine that's quite lovely. Depending on the dogs, of course. But, you know, mostly lovely, I guess. Nice one, Ashley. Adam says, talking about vegan camp out, can I do yoga whilst drinking? If so, I'm there. If the Queens get to meet Sam Ryder or Romesh, can I get a hello? Romesh for me, Sam Ryder for the kids. Nice. We'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. honestly, mate, I've got no idea how things are going to go down
No.
at Vegan Camp Out in terms of the artists, the people performing, you know, what the backstage situation is going to be like. Is there a green room? You know, is there a collective space for performers to kind of congregate before they go onto stage? I've no idea. We're just going to take it as it comes. Oh, Michelle says, welcome to TVG Peeps. Michelle has just become a channel member. Michelle H, thank you so much. Angarad says, we're going to take Sarah for a lovely free run. Oh, that will be wonderful. Wonderful. Want this? And this.
Now you see our posh way of doing a mukbang.
I'm not promoting You Firmly, but it's a good book. There we go. Oh, can I just pass you that as well, mister? Excellent. Oh, I'll bring you in a bit closer now. Right, about there. And also, I'll take a minute to just show you these lovely key rings.
I'll drink this so you can pour more.
That One Planet Pizza sent us. How cute are they? So we've got a keyring, a pizza keyring each. You didn't show these before, did you? No. You won't be able to see the pin badges, but the pin badges, there's 2 of those as well.
It's right if you go up close to the camera.
Let's see if I can. Sorry, I'm making a mess of that, aren't I? There you go. Yeah, sort of, kind of. It's a pizza face. And then some stickers, pizza stickers, and a lovely little card as well. And indeed it has. It says the card on the back. It says, Paul and Jason, we hope you like these pizza goodies, pizzery goodies, and you can enjoy an epic pizza night in on us. Love team, One Planet Pizza.
And that's exactly what we've just done. Cheers, lads. Thank you very much appreciated. Thoroughly enjoyed every last mouthful of all of that. It was delightful.
Indeed, yes. Oh yeah, proper nice, proper nice.
Michelle, I'm still bugging for a vegan baked beans recipe from my favourite pizzas.
There's so many different ways.
The only one I've ever done is the one from my barber's recipe.
Yes.
The baked beans.
Yeah.
They were quite lovely.
Yeah.
Maybe I will, Michelle.
Stuff.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will do a baked beans recipe. It's all about having the time. It really is. Especially these days. Might I have a little bit more wine, please, good sir?
Yeah. Ruth is having a resting all day tomorrow, but I have a bucket list which I've managed to cross things off from, so we'll add some more to it tomorrow whilst watching the first part of your Live I Missed. Wonderful. Thank you, Ruth, for sharing.
Pardon. You
All right.
I know.
She's back again.
I know. Back once again for the Renegade ISIS.
Hi. You okay? There's some more grub.
She's a trouble child.
Dorcas says, was doing a widow twanky today, laundry-wise, so probably ironing and visiting my dad. He's 95 next week. Cripes.
Oh, bless him.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. I hope you get a chance to visit him. And I hope he has a good birthday next week at the ripe old age, fantastic age of 95. That's absolutely brilliant. David is sticking his Cocker Spaniel puppy in a paddling pool again. She bloody loved it today. Hours of comedy.
Oh, cute.
That sounds brilliant, David.
Can you please film that and share it?
Oh, Jacqueline is going to be rubbing down the chest of drawers, painting it white on the drawers and sage green on the rest with furniture paint.
Oh, nice. That sounds lovely, actually, Jacqueline.
Yeah, proper nice. Cat's just had a hot shower and nearly forgot about our live. Oops.
Hey, you could have always watched it later, Cat.
It's all good, Cat. It's all good.
And I hope you had a lovely shower, darling.
Yeah. Oh, Laurie's going to work half day, then spend time with son and granddaughter. Lovely,
Nice.
lovely, lovely.
Have you already said we're going to the allotment, aren't we, tomorrow?
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed.
Yeah, dude. When they're dependent, hopefully we'll be down there tomorrow because there's way too much horsetail to deal with.
Well, we've almost given up to a certain extent, and we're just managing and tolerating it, aren't we, really?
Yeah.
As much as we can. Tracy says, going outside after yours live to plant a few more herbs in our herb garden. Ordered a new larger dehydrator. It arrives on Tuesday. I'm very excited.
Nice.
Nice. Nice. That is awesome. Okay. Reasonably well caught up. As we often say, if we've missed anything whilst we were stuffing our faces, now is a good time to ask any questions.
To write it again, because now you've got our full attention.
Full attention, 100% attention on the chat, 100% attention on what we're doing. Nothing to stuff our faces with anymore. Although we might have a vegan cornetto later on.
Oh, Michelle, thank you for asking about gift sending. We do have a PO box, and it's listed in the description of every video. But for those of you who can't be asked looking, would rather write something down while someone's saying it, it is Those Vegan Guys, PO Box 787, Oldham, OL1 9TH. And then, of course, if you send it from overseas, you would have to add United Kingdom or England to after Oldham, so it's clear what country. And we also have, for those of you that don't know, a wish list link in the description of every video. But that's because people have asked us, well, where do you list the things you want? And so we came up with a public wish list. Yes. And there are always things on it.
Yeah. Always. But thank you for asking, Michelle. Adam, first of all, Adam, I'm glad that you are continuing on the epic journey that is Star Trek Voyager. It is 7 of 9, and yes, Schwing indeed. You never mentioned her before. Borg to beauty. Wow.
Oh, Jerry Ryan's stunning.
Jerry Ryan,
stunning.
Beautiful.
Hourglass, beautiful.
Beautiful inside and out.
Statuesque, some might say.
Yes. She's amazing.
A bit like Julie Newmar as the first Catwoman.
Yeah.
Very statuesque figure. But plus, you know, she is an amazing actor. Jerry Ryan is brilliant. The annoying thing is, really, to really enjoy Picard to its full extent, you need to be a fan of The Next Generation, and therefore I've seen it all. But saying that, Picard is actually, if you're not bothered, Picard is a brilliant way to see 7 again. So there.
Okay. So, David, cat tips needed. My cat is 4 and has never been outside due to living in the built up south of England. Now I'm moving to greener pastures. I was thinking about letting her explore. Good idea or bad?
Good idea, David, but I would keep her in for anything from 2 weeks to a month in the new property. Keep her indoors.
Yeah.
Because it just helps her to get established. This is home, and establish the smells there. This is home. And then, because when we first moved here, but I'm going back like 11 years now, all my cats were enclosed backyard cats. That's it. When I lived in the vicarage,
yeah,
weren't they? Because before that, we'd always lived near a main road, and there were just no chance. Oh no, Torwood Road, they were out in backyard, weren't they? They've always been backyard cats.
And not going much beyond that.
Not going much beyond that, but that's because I've spent time with them when they first started going into the backyard. I actually spent time with them out there, so if anything spooked them, they could come up to me, and I was like, hey, "It's okay, baby, just a noise, because they, you know, it's all new to them." And then they got safe in the sanctuary of their backyard, with like Alice, Isis doesn't go too far, does she?
No, she's got, like most cats, she's got a radius, and hers is actually probably hers is in reality smaller than most
Hers
cats.
is in meters rather than miles.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. But speaking of which, I did have to go and wrangle her the other day. She doesn't have that like kill instinct that a lot of cats have. She likes to just watch the birds. So going back to what I was saying earlier, I had to go over to the neighbour's garden across the road there. They've got a lovely pristine garden with a lovely lawn, and there was like three birds doing a dance and chirping, and she was just sat on the grass just watching them doing this little dance and squawking at her. I had to actually go and like wrangle her and get her back over here, and then I picked her up and had to physically carry her back over here. So sometimes she's a bit of trouble, you know.
Quick hedgehog update from Imran. Leah told me the vet said the hedgehog can come home with us and that it was the healthiest one they'd seen in ages. Bless.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
That's great. Nice one. Cheers for that, Imran.
Looks like you've got a new backyard friend.
And Kate says, Oldham was my old stomping ground. I trained at the Royal Oldham Hospital.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
We were at the, what's now the main Oldham Hospital, because what was Oldham Royal is now the sixth form college, and the main college is the Royal Oldham Hospital. It's where we were. It's where we took Johnny today. It's got the Christie at Oldham new section. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's lovely.
It's so clean and new and shiny, and everyone's really friendly and lovely, and Mum was so at ease.
Well, you said that was the other thing as well, is like when we were sat there waiting, it was very relaxing.
Very.
They had good music on, comfortable chairs, but then, you know what, in a centre that specialises in that kind of treatment, it's kind of what you want, really, isn't it?
It was lovely.
It's kind of what you want. Somebody was asking about our coleslaw bowl that we had our coleslaw in, where we got it from, and I have no idea.
Amazon. It was actually from our wish list, and it was gifted from a lady called Siobhan, who's got a web channel, Siobhan's Corner, I think. It was gifted from her daughter, whose name I won't mention because Siobhan's not here to say it, and this is a child. And we were so grateful for such a beautiful gift.
Oh, Alison. Hi, guys. New to the channel and just turned vegan. Loving your content. It's the best. Watching from Yorkshire, but born in Oldham. Loving hearing the owl twang. Much love.
Alison, well done for going vegan, sweetheart.
Yeah.
It gets so, it might seem a bit like, a bit daunting at first. Once you get the swing of it, you're like, oh my God, this is easy and delicious. I better watch my figure.
Yeah, just as a point of reference, by the way, in all seriousness, because I've actually only just thought about this myself, and I don't know why it's randomly just came into my head, but you know how Paul does all the cooking? Like, Paul does literally all the cooking.
Except breakfast.
Except for breakfast, but breakfast isn't really cooking, is it?
Yeah, still it is. It's meal prep.
If by some freak of nature, Paul decided that he just didn't want to cook anymore, I would still be vegan. We would still be vegan. We would find a way. I would find a way. If by some freak of nature I found myself on my own, I would still be vegan.
What makes you?
I don't know. It just came into my head then about the whole thing. We were talking about just kind of being vegan, and Alison has just gone vegan, and it just kind of got me on that train of thinking about, what would happen if suddenly you decided you didn't want to cook anymore, which I know would never happen, but it's a hypothetical. Dorcas says, Rupert the cat goes round all the neighbours schmoozing, thinks he's Neelix, Ralph wanders off into a hayfield and comes back covered in sticky buds. And I will also echo, loving the cat names. Dorcas, loving the cat names. Yes. As I think there's a couple of other questions, or there's one or two other questions.
Further down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Helen's question. Should we have a little bit more wine before we start to wind up?
Yes, I would love a glass of wine. Helen says, when you were kids, what did you want to do?
That's an easy one for me.
Go on.
I wanted to be an astronaut. Absolutely 100% all seriousness until I was probably around 10.
Jason wanted to be an astronaut. You can tell us a bit more about that when you sit back down.
Penguin Sands Shiraz.
I wanted to be a girl.
And there you go.
And when I realised how the world I lived in would not make that easy, tolerable, or acceptable for me, I embraced being a cisgender male and decided I wanted to be an actor and a drag queen, because that would allow me to be me safely. There's the truth.
There you go. An astronaut.
That's why Gemini is so important to me, because we are the same person. We are both real people. She just never got a chance to be here full time. I did.
Yes. So yeah, I think a lot of kids want to be spacemen, want to go into space, and then you kind of get to a certain age where you're like, you don't necessarily rule it out, but the reality sets in, and you kind of become aware that it is a very, very tiny percentage of people who are privileged enough and have the finances, resources, connections, education, and intelligence to actually become an astronaut. Do you know what I mean?
Adam Christie's, the main Christie's is in Manchester, South Manchester, I think. But if you Google the Christie Oldham, you'll see that the Royal Oldham Hospital, which is the only and huge hospital in Oldham, now has a specific building called the Christie Oldham, which is where they do a lot of the radiotherapy treatments and stuff for people that live in Oldham and find it difficult to get down to Manchester. So
makes life a bit easier, doesn't it? Yeah. Laurie says, I like your shirt, Jason. It's a vest, Laurie, and thank you.
It's our merch.
Part of our merch. Go vegan. It would be rude not to. It'd be rude not to. It's part of our merch line. There's all sorts. We keep saying there's more to add to it. Going back to what we were saying earlier, if we had more time.
So mindful. Same, being an astronaut was the first career I wanted.
Yeah. I still haven't ruled out that in my lifetime I may possibly get the chance to go into low Earth orbit. I still haven't. It's still a little 2% in my head that with the advancements that we're making.
I'll let you read that and answer it.
And how things are progressing, Adam says, any chance in a near future mukbang, maybe Jason make the food? You could follow a TVG recipe vlog. What could go wrong? Yeah, it's a great idea, that, Adam. Great idea. I could do jacket potatoes.
Yes.
And some store-bought fillings, perhaps. Who knows? You've planted the seed, Adam. It may happen at some point, but then again, it may not.
Oh, there you go. We've caught up with all the chat. Final chance to ask a question.
And cheers, everyone, by the way. I hope you have, while I'm thinking about it, a really enjoyable rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cheers.
And I hope you found this as enjoyable and relaxing as we do now. We maybe didn't at first when we first started doing them, but now they're just like
chatting with mates.
It's like a Skype session with your buddies while you're having your tea. I mean, that's genuinely what it is.
Yeah. Ashley, it's so interesting that you should mention that, actually. Ashley says, I wanted to work for the RSPCA, but when I watched the telly show, as a kid. I couldn't get through one without crying. So yeah, totally get that. Actually, yeah, I absolutely get that.
Oh, Gillian, if you guys could go anywhere in the world together, where would it be and why?
Oh, that's a good question, Gillian.
To be honest with you, just back to Kefalonia for a week, I'd be more than happy with that. I'm very much in love with Kefalonia as an island.
I can't think about it too
For
much.
its
It upsets me.
no, I know for its sheer beauty and for just how wonderful the people are and how great the vegan options are, and it's so much the fact that there aren't any bars to go and get ripped in at night. It's like go out for a meal, have a drink, but there's no bars, there's no pubs, there's no karaoke, there's no live music. There's there might be little bits of this scattered around the island, but for the most part, it's a different way of doing things. It's a different way of being abroad, and it's a beautiful way of being abroad. It's so yeah. Sorry, that was a long. We've only been twice, and I sincerely hope we get back for a third time to spend another week there, and I'm sure it will emotionally, at first, buckle us both, and then massively rejuvenate us both. Except when we're leaving.
Yeah, I would agree with everything you just said, by the way. And a close second, if I could click my fingers right now, based on the conversation we were having with your mum the other day, a close second would actually, if I could click my fingers and just be somewhere, Centro, Las Americas, Tenerife.
Yeah.
A little bit. Just because there's so many fond memories and so much nostalgia there.
Yeah.
Family.
No, there is.
Your
dad.
dad.
Yeah.
You know.
Vera and Fred.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
All of that, without a doubt. But Kefalonia is definitely the number one for us, isn't it?
Yeah. But Tenerife is lovely.
But we had
but again, it's a very different holiday because at Tenerife it's karaoke bars until 4 o'clock in the morning, and then Central at lunchtime for a coffee and recovery. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then find a vegan cafe. The pace at Kefalonia is about. It's gentle.
Yeah.
It's about that padam, but it's slow.
It's actually, I've never really made the connection before, but Ibiza in October has got a similar chill vibe to Kefalonia. It had that chilled. Are you okay? Is that about Kefalonia? Or is that about Ibiza or all of it?
All of it, I think.
We've not been away for a while, like abroad, away, out of the country. And, I'm sure any of you that are in the chat, any of you English folk will empathise and understand. You okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
That as English folk, it's really nice to not be in England sometimes. Like really, really nice to not be in England. So yeah, there's that anyway. Going back to the question before, Amelia says, I wanted to be a vet. My son wants to be a dinosaur man. That's brilliant, Amelia. I mean, who wouldn't want to be a paleontologist? It's great stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was all of it, but it culminated in the thinking about Ibiza. I'll never forget in that final night. I know he was wrecked. My poor baby was blitzed. We'd had so many rums, it was ridiculous.
I think, in all honesty, that's the most drunk I've ever been in my entire life.
It probably was. I was swaying on the balcony. I remember thinking, this is not good. This is not a good look. This. You obviously can't stand up straight. So why don't you go to bed? And then I looked down where the sea was, and it was crystal clear and completely still, except for what I assume was the 5 meters where it met the beach, and then there was just the slightest little white wave licking just every now and again. Otherwise it was glass, and the moon was in the sky, and it was a perfect line, obviously right to where I was looking. God, it broke me, but in such a beautiful way. I was like, I know it's really hippie, but sorry. And I know I was drunk, but still, as a sober person, all these years later, I couldn't believe that the cosmos had allowed me to have that gift on that final night. It was that beautiful. I ended up sitting down and just staying there for a little while and just breathing it in and thanking the cosmos for this moment, and for what had been the most adventurous holiday we'd had.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. Definitely. And also, I think it's fair to, while we're on the subject, I think it's fair to establish the differences between holidaying with family and holidaying just us two. Because it's different, isn't it?
Oh, of course it is.
And like Ibiza and Kefalonia have been special for that reason as well.
Yeah, and we've also been to the Gran Canaria.
Yeah.
Just us two. We've never been to Tenerife, just us two.
No. I think it'd feel weird, but I guess at some point we're going to.
Yeah, maybe.
Aren't we?
Yeah.
We just are. At some point we will. We'll have to, won't we? I'm just going to scroll back up a little bit.
That was what you call a classic false ending, by the way.
It's not a false ending.
Well, you know, as in we've got this to get through now, because
Yeah.
I don't want to leave anybody
hanging.
Yeah.
David says, you two would blooming love Lisbon. It's been mentioned to us a few times, David.
Yeah, we love Portugal.
Let me finish.
Sorry.
It's a vegan wonderland. I just got back from a work trip there and it was very impressive.
We've heard exactly all this, David. We've only ever been to Albufeira in Portugal.
Yeah.
We've been there, I think, 4 times.
Best at the south.
And we've loved it. We've loved it. But yeah, we'd definitely like to go to Lisbon.
Will and Chris is in the house.
Never apologise for having a social life, Will and Chris.
Good for you.
My loves. Never apologise.
Or even just being together and gaming or doing whatever it is you was doing. That's all well and good. You're here and we love yous for it. And we love yous anyway, even if you want to. There you go. Said it now. I'm going to scroll a little bit through the chat. We are way past 100 thumbs up now. You gorgeous, gorgeous human beings. 140.
Thank you, man.
Thumbs up. Still 104 with us here in the house. Mum and Dad Brom aren't watching this tonight. I know they're not, but I will give them a shout out and send them much love and hugs because I know
they'll probably catch up.
They'll be catching up on all of it and they'll bloody love it.
Get home! Get home, you two. I know we don't see you much, but we miss knowing you there. Get home. Love you both.
Adam, I think we probably will, to be honest. I think we'll probably just
thank you, Will and Chris.
We probably will book it for next year and we'll get back to Kefalonia next year.
I think it was a top man. By who does it say in thing, Jason?
It says Blue Gear. Blue Gear, 100% cotton, made in India.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know where I got it. I like it though.
Tracy and Leroy, before the wrap-ups, we'd like to send our hellos to Mum and Dad Brom, Auntie Pearl, Paul's mum, and thank you to Ashley. Really, really look forward to the lives and the interactions. How nice. That's lovely.
That is lovely.
Barbara says, I would like to go back to Hawaii or England. I was there for 3 weeks in 1983 to see Davy Jones and Cliff Richard.
Oh, how lovely.
That's fabulous, Barbara. Laurie, funny it's called a vest. We just call it a tank top in the US.
A tank top is something very specific over here. They're unfortunately often made of wool or now some other acrylic fabric that mimics wool, and they're often V-necks. And they have ribbed shoulder cuffs, a ribbed waist, and ribbed around the neck.
Quite fond of an English tank top. Quite fond of them, I'm not going to lie. Gillian says, oh no, I'm so sorry I made Paul cry. Gillian, Paul cries all the time.
I love crying. I love having such vivid memories of plays that they pull at my heartstrings. That means that it worked. Whatever the magic was there worked. And the tears are simply because I'm not there in that moment. That's all. So yeah, don't ever worry about me crying. It's very healthy.
David says, and I'm assuming, yes, David, you may not be aware of this. David says, would you guys go down the Patreon route? Seems popular, but individual to channel approaches. I think we are on Patreon. We have patrons. We have wonderful
also
people.
linked in the description of every video. The description of every video is actually a gold mine of information. It's got a link to our free ebook. It's got our Patreon. It's got our merch link. It's got our wish list. It's got the details of our PO box. It's got several of our playlists. It's got a lot of the people that we love and care for, that we consider family, that are linked in there too, that we'd like you to connect with. And it's got just a little word from us, a thank you for watching the channel, for supporting us, for watching us, for being on the journey with us. And yeah, in the description of every video, descriptions are a gold mine of info. Do check them out.
And we are, of course, massively appreciative of our channel members, our patrons, everybody who supports what we do, our work, and just, you know, getting the down-to-earth vegan message out there to as many people as possible. Because, as we often say, the vegan community is like any other community. There's infighting, there's people who feel as though they're superior to others, there's people who, for some bizarre reason, feel it necessary to push people down and squash their ambition and their motivations because they're not vegan enough or whatever, you know. And we're not about that on this channel. We're about building people up and not pushing people down as much as we possibly can.
Yeah.
Tom says, and this is really interesting, I don't know if you can answer this. Guys, how did you decide upon visiting Kefalonia the first time? Because you booked it, didn't you? I think it was quite a quick, fairly quick thing.
It was my friend Tina White, when I was at school, who used to always go to Kefalonia with her family. And it stuck in my head. And that was like many years ago, so there mustn't have been much there. And then a couple of other people, I'm sure I asked on Facebook one time and said, like, if we wanted to go to Greece, be it mainland or one of the islands, what would be the best place to go? And quite a few people said Kefalonia. Go to Kefalonia. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And we think you'll enjoy it. And to be honest, I'm gonna get emotional again. The moment we landed in Kefalonia, I felt it. The actual moment we landed, when we got to the studios where we stayed and we met Vangelis, and then saw the studio and saw,
that was when
the view.
For me, it wasn't when we arrived in Kefalonia, it was when we got to where we were going.
That view.
And then after that, for me,
so beautiful.
It was driving. For me, it was driving.
Yeah, the first time we went, we only hired a car for 3 days, didn't we? Out of the week, and we struggled, and we said, right, next time we go, we're hiring a car for the week.
Yeah,
from day one.
We realised pretty quickly that within 48 hours, what the roads were like in Kefalonia, how easy it would be to drive there, how affordable it is, to be fair, to hire a car over there, or at least it was when we went.
Yeah.
And how expensive it is to get around if you don't have a car.
Yeah, taxes and stuff.
Just being completely honest. But if you drive and you're worried at all about driving abroad, honestly, Kefalonia is the place.
Yeah,
like it was a joy.
Google Maps will work on your phone brilliantly. You download the map for Kefalonia before you go. But you know, if you're on a package with your phone where your 4G is kind of included roaming, we used Google.
There was no issues. There was no issue at all.
No issue.
Except for that one turn where you told me vehemently, this is not the right way to go, Jason. And I was like, where's your sense of adventure?
He was driving into a field saying, Google says it's right, it must be. And I was like, no, it's a field.
It was wrong. It wasn't even a field. It was like a rocky 4-wheel drive off-road thing, and it would have destroyed the rental car and probably us as well. So Paul was right. Yeah, there you go. But other than that one time, it was plain sailing. Chris is in the house. Will and Chris, of course, but Chris is on the other side.
Good question, Tom, by the way, because that made me kind of think about it. And you know, it's
I've just got to say,
I'm still deeply in love with Kefalonia.
We'll be back.
I know we've not been for a few years, but it's still, of all the places that we've been to, some I'm kind of personality attached to, but with Kefalonia, it's an emotional thing. It's a There are so many times when it's just been me and you on the most beautiful beach somewhere.
So many beautiful beaches.
So
yeah.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's happened a lot.
Yeah.
Where it's just been us two and this beautiful beach, and we're just like, look at Earth. Look at it.
It's not just the beaches. It's like, you know, Melisani, the cave systems that we went into and explored, and you know, the mountains and the hills. Drugrat. Oh, I can't remember it now.
That's another one. That's the one you walk in, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. There's a one that you go in a boat.
And Melisani is the one.
Yeah.
Is the boat one.
Yeah. Just before I forget,
Beautiful.
I forget, because Will's in the house and Chris is in the house, aka Will and Chris and Will. So lovely to see a few pictures on your Instagram of all the shenanigans last weekend. It looked like you had an absolutely amazing time. And you looked absolutely fabulous.
You really did, guys.
Fabulous. So well done, yous. Well done for all of that. Okay, we will slowly start to wind things up.
Now we're going to start winding things up.
Yes, we have an episode.
It's been lovely too. Yeah, we've got an episode
of Strange New Worlds to watch. As is the new season 2 of Strange New Worlds starts next Thursday. Anybody that is a Trekkie, we've managed to avoid a lot of Trek conversation this evening, other than touching on 7 of 9.
And if you like the men's, so usually, you know, females and gay men like the men's, usually. Captain Pike, Strange New Worlds. Episode 1, with his beard. But he's still gorgeous without the beard.
Oh, it jumped. I'm just trying to catch up on the last few comments and just to check if there's any questions we might have missed or anything like that. I think we're reasonably up to speed with everything. Gillian, go to Kefalonia. If there's any way at all you can go to Kefalonia, go to Kefalonia.
That's where we should have a TVG holiday.
Yeah.
All of us. Imagine I met Tom. I demand TVG Grub Club Kefalonia edition. It's going to bloody happen, Tom.
Vangelis would put us all up, wouldn't he?
Of course he would.
He'd totally put us on.
Well, we'd have to pay.
Well, obviously, yeah.
Wouldn't do it free. It's not daft, the lad.
Unless we had to do it on the cheap, we'd have to take tents. Camping in Kefalonia. That'd be a bit extreme, wouldn't it? Yes, we are going to wind things up. It's been gorgeous, as always. We've stuffed our faces. We've had lovely food from provided by One Planet Pizza, and of course Paul and his fabulous potato salad and coleslaw.
They were lovely.
And salad.
To give us a pat on the back.
Yes.
That was lovely. And thank you to One Planet Pizza for their sponsorship of this. Even though it's not we have no money as exchanged hands, they've sent us some lovely things, and we've been able to do a mukbang based on that, and that's great. So well done, One Planet Pizza, and your pizzas do rock.
Yeah, they absolutely do rock. It's been delightful, as always. It's been nice to not have any issues with internet.
Somewhat, yeah.
And connections and all of that.
Thank you very much, so much to our moderators for holding fort, even with animal and hospital visits on the menu. The lovely Ashley and Leanne, thank you guys always for having our backs, and thank you to all of you, all our channel members, all our patrons, everybody who watches and likes our videos and gives us a comment, because all that stuff matters. Just thank you so much. Right.
Yes.
Love you. Mwah. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We're always glad when you do, and our only hope is that you come again. And until then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other. Bye, loves.